Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the Premarket webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 21st of April. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own chance. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at ctmcrypto.substack.com, and it's published on YouTube after a delay of 3 days. All right, great. Well, Bitcoin is still testing resistance at the weekly middle band, which is obviously still dropping a little. I've got that at 76,965 at the moment. Obviously, it's well over the daily middle band, and it's well over the 50 DMA, but obviously still 10,000 short of the 200 DMA at 86,112. We are still on an RSI 5 sell signal on the daily chart. On the hourly chart, no current divergence, and I've drawn in the expanded flag that we were looking at yesterday, and this is a nice looking flag. Ideally, we would come back up, retest this high here at 78.4, and then start on the way down to the new flag support, which I've got down at about the 67,000 area, and then very possibly break down and do what these flags do ultimately, most of the time anyway, which is deliver a retest of this February low here at 60.1k. This is a closer view of the bear flag channel, the bear flag, and it is a peach. It's nice. So we will see how that goes. All right, looking at Solana, nowhere near the weekly middle band here. This has been a much weaker rise. We are still above the daily middle band, and we're still testing basically the 50 DMA, which is at 85.90. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. We've still got the original flag here. This has never expanded into a larger flag, although it could be expanding into a triangle. I'm just going to have a quick look at that. Bear with me a moment. The obvious high would be that one. Oh. All right, we got a triangle there, and it's quite a nice one. Let's have a look at that on the 15-minute chart. But this would certainly explain why this hasn't expanded into a larger flag. So bear with me a moment. All right, let's have a look at that one here. Okay. Right. Ideally, it would come from there. But alternatively, it could come from here. Not a lot of difference. We haven't quite made the a perfect triangle resistance test, but it wouldn't necessarily do that. This may well be a triangle forming, which is basically another form of expanded bear flag. So we will see how that goes. I'm just drawing in these lines here. But that may well be why we've not made a significant higher high. In the short term, we could still make a higher high. We do still have an inverted head and shoulders, which has got a target, has broken up with a target in the 97.66 area, and that hasn't failed yet, because to fail, it would need to get below 81.42. But it may well be failing. So we shall see how that goes. All right, looking at the Ethereum chart, we have tested the the weekly middle band there too, and we've also tested the 200-week moving average, which I've got at 2450, and that tends to be a pretty good resistance level as well. On the daily chart, so we've still got an RSI 4-5 sell signal fixed. It still hasn't delivered a move back below the daily middle band, but we are currently over the daily middle band and the 50 DMA. I've got, although less so than yesterday, I've got the daily middle band at 2240, and the Ethereum is currently at 2319. All right, looking at the hourly chart, no current divergence. Do we have a decent flag here? No, not really. But this is just a messy looking flag. This is a gently rising consolidation, which will generally deliver that low retest, which in this case would be at 1746.93, and on Solana, of course, would be at a retest of 67.65. I'm still expecting that all those lows to be retested. We shall see. All right, great. In that case, no questions. I think that's a wrap. Everyone take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers.